So it's going to be a little bit of a chazara, a review for the guys who've been here on Friday, but nevertheless, ideas always develop, and if not a bad idea, so at least it's worth to think about them again. It says in Parashat Nitzavim, I gave you today in front of you life, I gave you good, I gave you death, and I gave you bad. So that's first of all this arrangement that we have it here, and it says, and I gave also in front of you baracha veklala, blessing, a curse, and bacharta b'chaim leman tichia ata v'zaracha. The question is like this. Well, Rashi explains that life and good and death and bad, and really are good and bad are dependent on each other. You can't really eliminate the bad and only be left with the good, because if you eliminate the bad, therefore the good loses its point of reference, and then what's the point? There's always going to be bad. However, Rashi writes that he says, I gave you good, I gave you life, I gave you good. Ve'et, and. It doesn't really seem that if you choose life, you choose good, and if you choose death, you choose bad. Because if you look at it, it goes like this. I gave in front of you today life and good and death and bad. It seems like all different entities. And then, of course, the question is, if you give me blessing and curse, so where's the free choice here? Where is the free choice that I'm going to, that is for me to choose? Of course I'm going to choose blessing. Who wants to get cursed? But if you look at this, it says something else. Let me turn the pages here. It says the following. It says, I gave you blessing, abracha, ve'haklala, and you should choose life. What does it mean I choose life? You give me life, you give me blessing, you give me cursing, you should choose life. It's like I'll tell you, you can wear the white shirt or you can wear the blue shirt, but you should really wear a red shirt. I mean, red was not a part of this equation. It was a white or blue, and you should choose red. Look at Rashi, what Rashi is saying to us. It's very interesting. Rashi says, "Uvacharta b'chaim ani more lachem." I direct to you, shetivcheru bechelek hachaim, at the part of life. What does it mean at the part of life? So what we said on Friday is like this. Let's say, for example, I have something right now in front of me that is good, and then the other side will be bad. But that will be on the immediate point in which I am nitzav, on which I'm standing on right now. This is good, this is bad. This is good, this is bad. But we know many times that regardless of the fact that we choose bad, we know really what it is, that this is what we should have chosen, right? And we also continue choosing bad for whatever reason. Or we choose something that we thought at the moment was good, but it turned up to be bad in the future. For example, everybody's going to nursing, right? Right now, nursing is the thing, or pharmacy, or whatever it is that people are choosing not to go to. Well, before you know, there are no more jobs as pharmacists. The same thing as everybody became a psychologist. I mean, for crying out loud, how many psychology jobs are out there? I mean, yes, there are a lot of lunatics out there, but how many psychology jobs are out there? So you right now, it seems like a good thing. That's the hot thing to be. To be a nurse, to be podiatrist, I don't know, whatever you want to be, Right now it seems, but later on in the future it's a bad decision. By the time you finish school, it's already obsolete because those jobs are already long filled. And there are like thousands of people on the market looking for the same particular job. So it was a good decision or a bad decision? Yeah, it was good at the time, but it's bad in the future. If I'll choose good over bad, it might be good for me, but it's going to be bad for you. So how is it that I'm choosing good if it's bad for somebody else? If I choose, for example, argument's sake, I don't want to teach anymore. I want to sit down at home. I want to learn my own things. I want to do my own things. I want to learn. I'm not teaching anymore. And that's what I really need because I feel like I'm burnt out, etc., etc., etc. I'm going home and sitting down. That's what's good for me, right? But is it going to be bad for him? Because who's going to pay attention to him? Who's going to teach you? Who's going to teach you? So what's good for me is bad for you. So this is not an indication of how we choose. The indication of choosing between good and bad is if you go on the field right now. Let's say, for example, you are stuck in a survival situation. The first thing you have to take care of is what? Shelter, fire, what? Water, food, right? These are the things I need to do now. I need to do this right now. Right now, if I have to choose between, let's say, fire or, I don't know, whatever it is, right? And all of a sudden, I'm sure, I have to choose about my cell phone, right? So that's a very bad choice I made. I mean, my cell phone right now is not important. What's important is I have to take care of fire. I have to take care of shelter. Right now, it's right in front of me. Right now. And these are the decisions that you make in a survival situation. Our decision on the immediate right now. What do you need? Do you have shelter? No. What do I need to do? Shelter, fire, water, food. If I worry about food before I have shelter, if I worry about water before I have fire, I made bad decisions. There's priorities to make. So the decision of the immediate good and bad, good and bad, good and bad, is a decision for a survival situation. However, survival situation hopefully is only for a certain and a short period of time. At a certain point, from a survival situation, if it's prolonging itself, one needs to make the adjustment, the gradual adjustment from survival to living. You can build yourself a lean-to hut and be there quite comfortable for, I don't know, a few weeks. It's pretty warm. However, if no help is coming and you're stuck there, you need to think about a more permanent thing so that decisions that you make would not be just for the survival, because eventually you're going to run out of resources. Excuse me. You need to move to a living situation. And what Rashi is telling us now, right, that you should choose, shetivcheru bechelek hachayim, you need to choose good and bad, not only, and mainly not only, how is it right now? How would it be further down? You should choose good and bad throughout the lifespan of your life. The whole thing that you call life. When you make this kind of decision, and most of us fail on choosing good or bad based on life. I'm not saying don't choose between good and bad. I'm saying yes, choose between good and bad, but not only to the point past my nose. Choose it throughout your life. And that's the mistake that we all make. We invest in very temporary things. What would be more important for me to invest? In my muscles or in my mental capacity? Of course, my mental capacity. I'm not saying you should be all out of shape and deteriorate your health. You need to take care of it. However, when you need to take care of your health, don't think, let's say for example, listen, I need to exercise. Exercise is important. We all know that there are bounces, etc., etc. Your body hopefully will carry you throughout the years. You need to maintain your body. However, do you really need to develop your muscles to look like an NFL player? What happens when you stop? It's going to be a burden on your heart. It's going to be a burden on you. You have this big body full of muscles that turn it into a fat tissue, or what turns up to I don't know what, So yes, you need to maintain your body. You need to exercise, but something that you'll be able to do also when you are older. So I don't know, if it's versus, let's say, yoga versus weightlifting, choose yoga because you can do it when you're older. When you're older, you're not necessarily going to be able to press 200 pounds. It's the bottom line. So even the decisions to do things immediately should have a long-term ramification or outlook for the long run. Most people don't think about their retirement. They make a decision based on now. Decisions that are now. Right now I want to go on vacation, I need to go on vacation, I go on vacation. Right now I make a couple of dollars, so I do this, I do that, I go to Atlantic City, I go to here, I go to there, I go to there. Nobody thinks about the retirement. But then guess what? Retirement comes, that age comes, and all of a sudden you cannot retire because you haven't made the proper decisions on the part of life. You did not see how your actions actually manifest themselves on the spectrum of the whole, what you call life. Whether it's going to be your spouse also. Many people choosing, let's say guys, choose a woman who is a Barbie doll. First of all, I don't like Barbie dolls, but, you know, never mind, you know. I mean, nothing against Barbie dolls, but not my type. So you'll go into the outside, and then in the inside, it's all hollow. And then what happens when the Barbie doll turns into a little Miss Piggy? You know, she gave birth for you know, X amount of children, hormones kick in, this kick out, and so on, etc., etc., and all of a sudden, and you look at this person and say, I don't want to be with her. But when you look at this, it's all external. Right now it looks good. But with this woman, how do you know that she's going to age beautifully? Who knows what's going to happen in life? What's the most important thing? Yirat Hashem. Isha, Yirat Shamayim. Right? A woman who has Yirat Hashem. Eat it halal. That should be praised. No, ooh, you're so hair. Oh, amazing. No, you say Yirat Shamayim. Because that's what would stay throughout your life. The decisions that we make are not decisions based on life. That's why most of us don't have a life. We don't have a life because we fail to acknowledge that there is such thing as life, that it's a whole journey. We fail, and then we don't have life, and we make decisions that are like knee-jerk reaction. We go this, we go that, we go here, we go there. Everybody invests in the market when the market is up. Everybody is buying. Of course, everybody is crying when the market, you know, corrects itself and it goes down. But if you make a decision that are long-term decisions, you kind of take the edge of the ups and downs. So you don't make 20%, 30%, 50% a year. Or you lose 50%, 80%, 90% in the next year. You want to work on a steady, 6% a year throughout the next 20 years, you'll be okay. It's not so bad. 10%, you'll be terrific. You don't make the ups and downs like this so much. Now you understand what most people fail in life. Instead of going to a vacation to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, Bermudas, and so on and so forth, stay home, spend some quality time with your life, have a dinner every night, have some wine and cheese, buy yourself a good bottle of wine, spend $30 on a bottle of wine, $40 on a bottle of wine, some nice food, stay with your wife, candle lighting, dinner. Nothing's wrong with that. Instead of going to Bahamas, take this money and invest it in the future. You're going to spend this money anyway. A miserable vacation is about $10,000. So take this $10,000 for the week that you're going to go there. Spend $1,000 on yourself and your wife for the whole entire week. Go to an opera. What's wrong with going to an opera? It's beautiful. You and your wife dressing up. You're going to the opera, right? A barber from Seville, you're watching Carmen or whatever it is that you're doing, right? It's a beautiful thing. It's a little expensive, but once a year is not bad. You have to see, you can sit in a balcony, you get yourself a $90 ticket. It's okay, you still, you do okay. Spend some time with your wife. What are you going to be doing in Bahamas? Looking at other women. And your wife is looking at other men. That's what you went there for. Spend some time. Take this rest of the $9,000. He says, honey, this is my gift for you. Put it for your retirement. That's making decisions based on the future. Live like nobody else, so you can live like nobody else. when everybody is retiring and afraid to retire. You don't understand what it is. All of a sudden, this guy, he bought himself a camper. He's going all the way on the Dalton Highway to Alaska. Then he went to Denali. He goes to the south. Maze, Hollywood, where has this guy got all this money? He didn't get all this money. He had the same money as you. You just chose to spend it. He just chose to save it. That's the way it is. He made a good decision. Yes, at the moment, at that time, it looked like a bad decision. Man, give yourself a break. Aren't you going on vacation? Go, Phil, why go do all this money? You know the story. At the time, it was a good decision to go on vacation. You feel like it. You want the money. You have the power. You want to show your hair, on your chest, like a field of wheat, over there to everybody to see. However, in the long run, it turned out to be a bad decision. Because you wasted this money. The money went. You wasted on your illusion. You didn't waste it on life. When you invest your money, invest money on life, not on illusions. An illusion is something that we all cherish, the way that we think that we are. Everybody thinks he is like Robin Redford at its prime. He's a good actor. For crying out loud, you don't even look like Tom Cruise. You don't even look like, what's his name, the guy who just hugged himself? What's his name? Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, yeah. You don't even look like him. I guess the guy was funny or something. Nasty guy, but at least funny. He had 3 wives. You forget. Invest in yourself. Get real. Make your life real. Life is real. When you find an aspect in your life that is not real, it's not life. It's an illusion. An illusion is going to burst in your face one day, sooner or later. Most likely sooner than later. It will. And these are the decisions that we make. This is not the way of the Torah. The way of the Torah is to see Sof Ma'aseh b'machashavat chila. You start thinking with the end in mind. You're trying to sit down and to look the whole rainbow, the whole span of your life, how this decision will affect it. You need to measure everything, and you need to know. And again, Rabotai, not everything that is good now will be good tomorrow. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Look at equipment. You get yourself a telephone. That's the best phone. This is good. Man, amazing. A year from now, they give it to you. iPhone 5 you can get for free. But before, people were fighting to get in line. I can't believe people would stand in line, lose sleep, to stand in line to get the iPhone 6. Big deal. Big deal. Simplify your life. Don't complicate it. Life is complicated. Life is all about a balance. You want to live a healthy life, live balanced life. Balanced life is a life that is balanced between good and bad. Acknowledges that there is bad, but knows how to choose the good in the long run. They're always going to be bad. Why? Because bad defines the good. However, to be able to have it all under control and to be able to identify. Olam Tohu, when we said about Tohu Vavohu, about the mixture of the world, everything was mixed up, was nobody knew what good and what bad. What good and what bad. That's Tohu Vavohu, chaos. You don't know. Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us a point of reference, that's the Torah. Look what the Torah is telling you. How the Torah is telling you to live life. That will help you to distinguish between good and bad throughout the time, because the values of the Torah are timeless values. Don't steal, don't kill, be gentle, care. These are timeless things. What is good today wasn't good tomorrow, it wasn't good yesterday, will not be good tomorrow. And that goes across the board. So today everybody will force you to, and it's timeless. The decisions of the Torah, the way the Torah tells you to live your life is timeless. When you don't choose Torah, you don't choose life. When you don't choose based on the Torah, you were never going to have life. Shana Tova. Amen.